Hello. I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also Ominifus Herewardron, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jerriford K. Holkins, and I am running the very first episode of Waffles Incorporated. It's my great pleasure to invite super cool new guests into the studio. To my right, the bard who goes hard. It's Paulton Seppa. Paulton Seppa, everybody.
Yay.
Hey. To the right of my right, repping the natural world, walnut dawn grass.
Wow. Kakra.
Kakra. For friends new and old, Kakra. To my left, representing the grandeur of Lathander.
Oh.
I worked hard. I was up all night on that shit. It's Evelyn. Back at it. Now, to the left of my left, Dragonborn narcissist, Dinar Blitzen.
Yay.
Clap for me.
Now, just a bit of new business, just to establish some basic terms. You can 100%, just as in ordinary C-Team games, and for new people, something to consider, any bits that go toward a player, give them charges. 2 charges can be expended for special techniques. You may know, again, friends new and old, Forest Friends is what Walnut Dawn Grass can manifest. Tons and tons of mundane creatures. Typically, these creatures do not survive.
Hey, now.
Allegedly. I was there. Dinar Blitzen, as a function of his draconic heritage, and maybe even something else he doesn't even know yet, has the ability to commandeer the brainstem of opponents and dominate them.
Your boy got 2. Because I got the strike as well.
Indeed. He also has the Wrath of Vars Malus, which allows him to create an AoE blade attack. But in concert with one Chris Perkins, who you will see very soon on this very stream, there are also powers for members of the Wafflecrew coming in.
Better already.
Well, I was just going to say, you stand a chance at all with me.
We get nice things?
No, it's
great.
You know what it is?
Presents already.
No, you know what it is? This is like when you go to Dad's house.
Yeah.
Right?
You can have ice cream for dinner.
Dad's house. Exactly. Ice cream for dinner, stovetop stuffing. Every night.
Awesome.
Every night. So, Paulton, you have a very unique ability that we don't have anything like it in our regular game.
Great.
You have the ability as Paulton, it's relatively straightforward. You speak directly to Chris often. Mm-hmm. In this game, you can break the fourth wall, so to speak, with 2 charges. You can ask me direct questions, and I will answer them.
Okay.
Evelyn, you can become the sun. So that's a pretty good power. Yeah,
Okay.
You can become the sun. So think about all the ways you might want to use that.
Photosynthesis.
Barbecues.
Mitochondria. It's the engine of the cell.
I'm going to come after your cornea. It's going to be bad.
I'm over here and you keep your shit. This is great.
You're over here. I got easy access.
I know.
But yes, are you already? You're already
The actual size.
Well, no, not the actual size of the sun. You become
like a mini
portable. Imagine. You know how you got like the full sun, and it's like, but that's inconvenient. You want like a travel sun.
Right.
That's the kind of situation
Like the
we got
kind you
going
can
on
keep in
here.
a carry-on.
You can represent bodily the might, love, and energy of Lathander.
Okay.
And it casts all kinds of light and radiant damage in an area around you.
So a little mini nuclear.
Mini nuclear bomb.
Cool.
Now, so it should be said that just before the events of this game, there is some correspondence sent, I understand, tell me if I'm wrong, that the Wafflecrew has new digs in Waterdeep, which is also where the official Acquisitions Incorporated headquarters is. A letter arrives via the post.
Via Strix's hat.
Indeed.
Evelyn snatches it.
Well, it's like, imagine a situation where it like pokes out of the top and it's like, ow. All right, now feel free to share it with the class. Imagine it's happening like in a Civil War documentary. It's got, my dearest, you know what I mean?
Well, shouldn't Omen read it then? If it's
Absolutely,
if,
you have made an excellent case. Exactly. No, so you guys are in the new place, and it's like maybe it's raining outside. It's like you're like reading it, but like through the window.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And the voiceover.
Paladin Malthane. Excuse the formality of my introduction, but I am making a formal request, and I would have the gods which govern such things as penmanship and proper speech aid my entreaty. I would like to invite you to the inn I grew up in, still governed by my mother, and to introduce you to a few of my trusted compatriots. Good food, warm beds enjoyed in the safety of a small town. Bring a friend if you like, there's always room to spare. I will join you if I am able, but for now, let me still the troubles of your world for a while. Omnifus Hereward drawn. Now, and so feel the way that you feel about this. Simultaneously, a letter is delivered via Albie at the Drawn and Courier. So your missive is slightly different, and I think it should be read by a documancer.
It's on Acquisitions Incorporated official letterhead. To Walnut Dawngrass Documancer, rank the second, from OHD. Walnut, I require your discretion in a matter of utmost importance. I have invited a paladin of Lathander named Evelyn Marthane to the Drawn and Courtier. I have sent Rosie Beestinger south with Cathris because I have every faith they will interrupt my romantic campaign in some way.
No, before you read the last line, pause. It's vitally important.
Yes.
Okay.
It's true. I am smitten with her. Imagine being a flower who can derive all aspects of its nourishment from a benevolent sun, and this is how I have felt in her presence. It is vitally important that during her visit, she derives an overall positive impression of both myself and the overall brand of Acquisitions Incorporated. She will meet my mother. She will eat a cornerstone, though they slightly out of season. She will come to know the, all caps, affection and camaraderie, which are so deeply ingrained in the body of AI, such that her curiosity will be kindled. And then we may be together forever. I am aware that you are in a tender place at the moment, and I sympathize, but under no circumstances are you to fall in love with Evelyn Avalonia Helvig Marthane.
All right.
And correspondence.
Now.
Can I keep the letter?
Oh, yeah, of course. No, it is yours. So
Thanks.
you, this having occurred, what are the next steps you would take in this context?
Well, Evelyn has the letter, and I imagine Strix at least has to be there. And usually the Wafflecrew kind of hangs around this bar that just happens to be in the center of their house. So I imagine they're all just hanging out at the bar. And Evelyn's doing the little heart bubble thing.
What's it? Emojis are involved? Oh, shit.
Just popping off of her head as they do sometimes. And she's kind of just reading it over and over. And she says, I think we just got invited to a party.
Sick.
It's with Omen. You remember Omen?
It's like, I remember. Do I like that guy? I think I like that guy, then I didn't like that guy.
I mean...
Oh, wait, I think we left on a night not liking. Okay. Pass.
Wow. I mean, he did say there were drinks. So.
Oh, well, why aren't we going?
I think.
Let's go.
It turns
Sounds great.
Things happened fast. Things changed very quickly there at the end.
Good things were promised.
I mean, I don't see necessarily specifically drinks said, honestly, but I just feel like they're implied.
Can I try
I have to
snatch
be
the letter
honest.
from her?
Absolutely. It's like you need to find the drinks in the absences,
Subtext,
in the
yes.
spaces between words.
The drinks that are mentioned between the sentences.
It's like jazz.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
It's about the drinks you're not drinking.
turning this every way. Is like,
You trying to find the drinks?
no, it's like, who talks like this?
I feel like if we're going to put down roots in this neighborhood, then we should start trying to make an effort to actually meet our neighbors.
Okay, well, when we get there, I'm going to tell them that you said that they promised drinks, and therefore, someone will be held responsible.
I mean,
So, all right, sounds good. It's a plan. I see no reason not to go at this point.
He said bring a friend. Do you think I can bring 3 friends? Should I write back? Is it like a +1 situation, do you think? I don't know how these things work.
I don't know. Just tell
Am I
me if you
supposed to
can.
have like a wristband or something?
Just tell me if you can get me in or not. Let me know.
I mean, sounds like I can bring a +1. But if you don't really want to go, I mean, Strix will probably go.
No, I'll go.
I mean, it's okay if you don't
No,
want to.
it seems more convenient to the plot if I go. So I'd rather go with you.
Is this the fourth wall breaking I've heard about?
Yeah. Perhaps.
Perhaps. All right. It's a simple matter to secure passage. The town he's referring to here, Red Larch, is north a couple days on the long road that extends north out and then goes to other towns of varying sizes, but Red Larch is right in the middle. It's an archetype of the small town. And
I imagine that Evelyn didn't tell Paulton how long it takes to get there.
oh no,
She's like, let's go. And Paulton thinks it's just like a few houses down. It takes 2 days.
Oh, great.
I feel like it would wreck it. How does Paulton invest himself in this multi-day journey?
Oh my gosh! What do we do with this?
Like
2
it
days?
keeps going,
Oof.
like well beyond when it should stop. It continues
We're
to
almost
go.
there. It's fine. It's just over there.
Just complaining.
You have to
all the time.
sleep twice. Like,
You said we're going to a party really quick.
How,
This is not a
how do
party.
you define time, really? I mean, what is time other than the moments we're blessed with here in the light of the morning, Lord?
If I'd have known, I would have brought my chair. I would have had it walk me. You know, I have a walking chair.
Yeah, I have seen your
It's really
chair.
nice.
It reminds me of Strahd. It's a little bit disturbing, but
It's
I'm
great,
glad you
though.
like it.
I'm glad I like it too.
no, literally every part of this journey is an authentic nightmare.
Okay.
There is an old woman who you have not seen wake up once, sort of seated inside the cart, alternately snoring and farting like back and forth,
Oh, good.
just undulating with these natural processes.
Great.
It's I mean, like I said, I mean, it's like Ravenloft in that it is a place of constant terror
Oh, good. I'm
and
home.
agitation.
Great.
Very natural.
I think at this point, just like constant like misery and sadness, just like, yep, that seems about right. Seems par for the course.
You're calibrated for this level of torment.
Yep.
All right, now Walnut, as you arrive at the final letter. In fact, can read the last line of the letter one more time, and I will use that to set this next part.
But under no circumstances are you to fall in love with Evelyn Evelonia Helvig Marthane.
All right, as you read the last word of this, the door swings open, and in the hollow place where inside the frame of the door, an upper planar creature seems to materialize. Music is heard. Light is shed. There's a tiny plant who even your druidic capacity has been unable to assist, unable to nourish. But for some reason, Prophetess Drawn is not able to, doesn't have the heart to get rid of it. Begins to peek its little head up
Oh my God.
a little bit, sort of seeking in the air for this source of nourishment.
I feel my heart beat in my throat.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm taken aback. I'm awestruck in this moment.
So you can see here the personage Omen might have been referring to in the letter. Behind the bar is a tall, stocky elven woman with very, very short cropped, sort of platinum blonde hair, doing the sort of classic maintenance one always sees proprietors engaging in. And as though taking note of your raiment, she gives you a quick nod and says, "Soldier."
Hi, are you Mama Drawn?
She says, "Who's asking?"
Oh, excuse me. I'm Evelyn Avalona Helvig Marthane. I'm a guest of Omen.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
She is, I mean, it's like if she thought that she could slide over the bar in the manner of like a Dukes of Hazzard sort of like hood jump, she would definitely have done it. Thinks better of it, comes around the side, and for some reason, this woman tends her in dressed for war.
Cool.
So this is two soldiers in full raiment, like hundreds of pounds of soldier, in a full embrace.
Evelyn's like, "Hey, Mama, looking good."
She seems very quickly like a person. She is unlike Omen. Mm-hmm. She seems like someone who doesn't know where to put a compliment. Like she receives the compliment and then has to immediately put it down somewhere. And so you can see in her mind, she's trying to find a place in her personality to accept this information. Well, and then you get two big pats on the back, and that seems to be the final word on that.
Even then, as soon as she's made this sunny entrance, she's like, "And here's my friend Paulton," and just kind of jumps to the side, and he's standing right behind.
So what music do we hear? Obviously not literally, but remember, we're fourth wall breakers. What is the soundtrack that accompanies Paulton as he passes this threshold into the drawn and courtier?
I'd more imagine like whatever music was playing, like as Paulton was like hiding behind Evelyn, and she's like, "And this is Paulton." It just kind of like stops. And it's like
little record scratch.
Yeah. I thought about record scratch. It seemed too abrupt. It was just like you can hear just like a couple clanks and just like a.
It's like the scratch of a fork.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
So the moment like the bubble bursts. The moment sort of disintegrates in there. So let me tell you the sort of archetypical small town inn you have entered into. Large, luxurious window to the right. You've entered into the door. The bar is on the left. You can see a small kitchen curving around the back wall. The tables themselves in here are arranged without any particular strategy. Plenty of sturdy wood that is currently supporting what seems to be a local spot. Over to the right, there is a small stove furnace. Right above it is a painting of three children. To the left of that is a tiny stage that one can certainly avail themselves of. Just past that is a stairway that goes up to a second level. And you can see the doors that go to individual rooms up there.
Would you say it's a stylish place?
No, you think that this is right in the middle of, it seems hardened, like it expects to be, it expects an incursion at any time. It just seems like a very solid, safe, stable place. The only real adornment is the single picture she seems to endure over by the stove.
This place is so minimalist. It's like so on trend right now. I've been trying to decorate our new place over in Waterdeep, and I'm not quite. I'm more of a bright like boho chic kind of thing going on, but I don't know. Anyway,
she says, "Walnut, were we expecting guests?"
Yes, I heard word from Omen that we were to be expecting Evelyn and guest.
That's me.
I motion grandly.
And guest. She furrows her brow and says, "You could have written me also. Didn't. Okay. That's fine."
I'm sure he had a very good reason. He always does.
Is there anything else in this letter that I should know, Walnut?
That he would like her to sample a cornerstone.
She says, "It's a little after last Stone's Day, but I do have a little extra batter."
I don't want to be an inconvenience. If you weren't expecting anyone, it's okay. We don't have to.
She says, no, you won't be an inconvenience. You're going to help me make them.
Oh.
Ha.
What are you laughing at? Okay.
All right. She slaps the top of the bar a couple times. And
Evelyn
then
sits on it.
And then, and then she gestures you over to the wide stove. And you see a variety of novel implements in this space. A very, very strange, almost like imagine a very shallow, like a banana bread pan. Mm-hmm. Very, very shallow, only about this big. And you can see that she has a bunch of, they almost look like crochet needles, maybe yay long, metallic. She pours the batter into these small spaces. And then as it begins to toast up, you can see her like grabbing it with the pin and then folding it over and sort of scooching it around until there is a tiny rectangular cake that she pokes, grabs out, and then puts some jelly inside. And then she stands back and folds her arms and then gestures with her head to you, to the she has an idea in her mind. She sees the raiment and she's like, all right, well, we're going to cook just like we would on the front type situation. Uh-huh. So she is gesturing with her head toward you and then at this dough.
As though I should
get to it.
Evelyn tries to imitate what she did. Maybe I should roll for.
Oh no, there's going to be rolling here.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get that performance roll.
Okay. Actually, okay. Oh no.
2.
Nice.
Well,
that's going to be. But
That's a 2 for the podcast.
That's a 7.
All right, so you see the batter, and you look over her, and then she looks at the batter and looks at the pan, and you look at the pan and then look at her, and she puts her furrowed brow, very focused, trying to imagine a universe where you're going to come out of this. She knows that this is possible, and then it's just no. It's just like, and then it's like like a radical reinterpretation of Ghost at a certain point. She's adjusting the elbow. The dough goes in, and then at one point the pointy piece goes in, and it comes out, and then it goes out over the edge, and then part of it falls into the fire. Ta-da! Ta-da!
We can't all be blessed with all the skills that Lathander provides. I'm not much of a cook. I'm more of a decorator.
She's like, well, maybe we can set something up here. Maybe we can set something up. So she sort of creates a station that extends down the bar with different jams, and then she begins to place finished ones in front of you to jam.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, to stuff with jam.
I can do that.
And in a few minutes, Dinar, you smell down in the kitchen proper an incredible, indeed unseasonably incredible feast of treats. My presumption is at this time, as at many other times, Dinar Blitz and Janari Prince is asleep.
Yeah, most likely. So that would rouse him. Who else is in the inn other than our new guests? Is there?
Just a couple,
pretty empty.
Couple locals. Couple.
It's like-
Right now, the place after last Stone's Day, the place is emptied out substantially.
Imagine that Walnut has been trying not to wake Dinar because
Oh, yeah.
she is flabbergasted that he was not also summoned away by Omen.
I know, right? And then I was wondering, like, would she want to like tell him, or just be like, is it worse to tell him? I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Any minute now.
Yeah, so I guess he would come out like cheers, like Norm, and the audience applauds.
Yeah.
That's when Dinar enters a room, but like it doesn't happen, but it happens in his head.
It's
and
always
he's
ready.
just like waving to no one as he's walking down the steps. And then in a very like Looney Tunes fashion, led by his nose, would just go like right back in the kitchen.
Dinar! Oh my gosh!
That's right, we do know each other. I forgot,
You've forgotten.
but because of the Twitter gift giving, yeah.
Well, but it could be fair that Denard does not remember Evelyn because
That's
he
true.
gave her a signed picture of himself like he would any fan.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh my gosh, do you remember me? We totally met each other that one time and you signed my thing and like we had that really meaningful interaction, you know?
You brought the cornerstones? Are you like our new cook?
And I'll pull Denard aside real quick and just go, just one minute. And I go, Denard, these are esteemed guests of Omen himself. I need you to listen up for once in your life. I need you to listen to me, and I need that. No, right here, big guy. All right, I know, I got a shiny. I need that Yum Yum Hut level of host. That's what I need you to bring. I need you to give me Big Daddy Denard today.
All right.
Yes, only you can do this.
Only I can do this.
You're right. You're right.
You're right. I'm right.
You are.
I am right.
So right. This is killing her. Like inside.
Oh, I know. She would be
dying.
hating this.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
am right.
only you can do it. You're so right and great. Love you, big guy.
And then he just turns around and goes, Evelyn!
It's Evelyn, but no big deal.
Evie!
It's okay, you'll get it.
It takes time. Paulton,
Yes.
tell me more. This is a situation you had. There was an expectation of beverages. There is a small stage in this context.
Right. He would
This
like.
is very, very, very small town, and you get to decide how you feel about that.
He'd like to inquire about the beverage situation.
Absolutely.
so-
So you sidle up. You can see on the plates are these tiny fried cakes full of jam, lightly dusted, of course, with sugar.
Okay.
But that's not what you're after.
He's like, yeah, is there like an open bar situation? Like what's going on with that? I was as an esteemed guest, I was promised a certain where the drinks at.
Profa looks over at you, Walnut, like you are. Is this your responsibility? Are you managing this?
I go,
What is your place?
I like look at the ground like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? And then I immediately think company write-off. And I go, oh, absolutely. Put it on the C Teams tab.
It's
Sounds like a good tab.
pretty full. Okay, I mean, I'll find a place on the tab for it.
Well, Omen will take care of this.
Oh, understood.
We know he's good for it.
Exactly. So you can see just out of the corner of your eye where the kitchen proceeds back around the back wall. You can see a couple barrels stacked there, corks at the ready, and you have every reason to believe that they are full of what you want. She gives you a cup and then gestures at the barrels.
It's just like really glad we came today. You know? This was a good decision.
Yeah, and so
Get that in writing.
So you're looking at the stack. It's basically like 3 barrels in a frame, and then it's like you're back there, and it's almost like a romantic connotation. It's like you're here in this place of intimacy with fully 3 barrels, and then you see that she's still there. In the corner of your eye, you can see that she's still there, and she's like, "What color do you like?"
Ooh, decisions. Oh, decisions are tough. What do you recommend?
She says, "Well, I'll show you what I like."
Okay.
She goes and gets a much larger cup
Okay.
and
Always good.
puts basically a third of a cup from each. You shush. Basically a third of a cup from each of these different barrels, which is quite a process.
Okay.
But you can see that down at the bottom, down closest to the earth, there is a black almost syrupy beer
Ooh.
that takes its time coming out of the tap.
Okay.
Smells like coffee, toast. And then as we get up, it gets lighter, but never light. It's like the lightest she has is like a rich red color at the top.
Paul's just like giddy watching the process. He's just like, ooh. Oh.
And
Okay,
she's like, I don't know what they have you drinking down in Waterdeep. And then, but she pats the barrel like a beloved family pet, and she says, "You might want to take your time with these." And then she leaves the back. So how do you want to put this stuff together?
I think I will. I don't know. I guess as closely as I can mimic.
Get the third.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
absolutely. It's like at first you're not even sure if they're mixing in the cup.
They're just
It's almost no.
lay-
It's like a peanut butter parfait.
Oh, okay.
But you're able to pull something out, and it's essentially like an energizing alcoholic coffee.
Ooh,
Like
dangerous.
this is this small town living. Like it might be okay. And you see. So tell me about your bardic practice. Like how much performing does Paulton do?
Well, usually the performing is to acquire said free drinks. So with this situation at hand, I think it's like, well, I don't think I'll be playing today.
you see maybe like a you raise the glass to the empty stage
It's like, good enough.
type situation. All right, Dinar, it is time to activate like host duties.
How many cornerstones are in a pan?
The cornerstone pan itself can do 4 at a time.
Denar's eating 3. And he's going for the 4th.
No. Yeah, Walnut pauses and she's like, he wouldn't. And then
And it's like in his
just
hands.
smacks his hand away. She goes, yes, you were
jumps in.
plating that. For Evelyn.
Down, Mr. President. Yeah. It's like one of those where you jump in. All right.
Walnut will start trying to put the jam in it, get it all going, and then pass it to Evelyn and be like, okay, this is the famous cornerstones that Owen was talking about.
I'm so excited. She like delicately takes a bite.
Now, this is a product that will endure thoughtful consumption. Ravenous eating, also perfectly acceptable, but delicate, dusted, fresh fruit jam inside.
What kind of fruit?
Well, there are 3 jams. Let me see which one we had. So the local flavor here is blackberry, strawberry, or black currant. And my guess is that black currant is probably the least Dinar flavor in the mix. That's my guess.
Walnut would not use strawberry.
Yeah. Okay, very
reasons.
nice. Very nice. All right, so there is a single black currant, sweet
Okay.
black currant.
So she takes a bite and she's like, oh, Mama Drawn, this is just, it's just light and it tastes like, a summer night sitting with someone that you just trust and care about, and that little black currant burst, it's just, and she just goes on and on and on about how this tastes for, as long as someone will let her talk.
Okay, absolutely.
Metaphors, just.
The cup that she is drying has been dry for a long time by the end of this. Like it's begun to abrade. It's lost substantial physical strength by the end of this. And she says, my name's Profa.
So nice to meet you, Prof.
And not Mama Drawn.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh, none. Yeah, it's fine. Profa is good. Profa is, from now on, Profa. And then she disappears back into the reverse, or the empty space behind the back wall in the kitchen extension. Walnut Dongrass.
Yes.
So you don't know how this is going. You're not.
I'm very
not sure. You're not
distracted.
sure how well you're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
There have been some there have been some oversights, and you know that Omen is incredibly weird, and it'd be difficult to know even what exactly he wants, regardless of what he's written.
So can I take this time to
really reflect?
To reflect. Yeah. No, to give an update.
Oh, sure.
So I open up my Documancy Rank 2 ledger to a page in it that previously Omen had been like test writing a letter to Evelyn in, and it had come through into her ledger. She saw him doing that?
Yes.
So this is her page
very
that she
shameful.
uses to contact him.
And so, but this page is basically, it's starting to look like a yearbook page.
Yeah, it's just got all these weird things written in it.
You're just trying to find space to communicate on it now.
So she says, mother has been met, cornerstone has been consumed, progress seems good, question mark?
And he writes, good, question mark?
She just writes back, excellent, we'll continue.
Absolutely. So as you're seated, I assume, in the grand room here in the front. Grand, of course.
She's
being
too
a
nervous
grand
to sit.
term. Oh, really?
Yeah.
She did all this writing like up.
Oh yeah, in her hand. Yeah, like on a knee while standing. And she's like,
Like
this
a
is
bird?
Yeah, like this isn't awkward. I look stoic.
Can Evelyn like flitter over to her? Because Evelyn doesn't really walk.
Yeah.
She
This is Dungeons
flies.
and Dragons.
Well, I was
You
going to
bet.
say, while you're writing that, Dinar was going to try to make small talk because he still doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like full like mouthful of cornerstone still like falling out of his mouth. Be like, Evelyn.
No, but he doesn't know. No,
what
but
are you
we're
doing?
talking
Yeah,
about
what are you
like
guys doing here?
little shreds, like
Oh,
some like
just
shrapnel,
uncouth,
and then sugar, like on the snout.
Yeah, crumbs coming out while he talks. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have something on your just
On your snout.
there. She wipes it off for you.
That would confuse him. He knows no one's touch of the C team.
It's true.
It is. He'd just say, yeah, well, like, how do you like it? And he would look to see if Profo's gone. And he's like, this is my place. How do you like it at the Yummy Place?
She is
yours?
not out here. She's back there.
He like whispers it. It's like, it's the Yummy Place.
So when Omen said it was like governed by his mother, it's like you hired her or something to run
Yeah.
the place. Oh, that
seems
nice.
right.
Oh, I'm busy. I don't even hear this.
No,
but across the room, just like
This is while you're writing. It's going excellent.
giving you thumbs
this
up.
Is happening
Like, this
over
is great.
here.
Things are going well.
Like,
You
Good.
should be proud.
okay.
That's so nice of you to give her a job and everything. And
It is nice.
Yeah. Has she even worked
Thank
for you
you.
for a long time?
Year or so
Yeah.
ish.
Seems like she does a good job.
She is an adequate employee. They all are. I love all of the people who work for me. And
Who
I
else?
gesture to one.
I need to catch up with that. The last time I saw her, she made that pie for Strix. That was fine.
Yeah, she did that. She do that. That's our walnut.
Can I make my way back to they're in the kitchen, right?
Well, this throng is sort of out in the front room. Profa
okay.
herself is sort of back around in the kitchen, but you're welcome to go anywhere you want.
Okay. I just want to like make my way back to Evelyn. Just be like, all
absolutely,
right,
yeah.
I'm just walking
Easy
around.
access, yeah.
Only person I know at the party.
It's very small. Yeah, exactly.
I don't recognize him, do I? I don't know him. I don't think so.
I don't believe that Paulton knows.
Unless you were paying attention at the Christmas gift exchange, which Paulton could not have done.
Absolutely,
We
he
were
was
all,
not.
and we were all around a fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Somewhat.
he was not. He was very, very intoxicated.
No, he's
very
going to think back to that memory, and there's just a hole where Dinar would
just
have
a
been.
blur.
And it's like Evelyn, who Dinar would vaguely remember, but yeah, he's too self-absorbed to have paid attention.
He's gonna like walk up. He looks at him. He's like, "Are you security here?" I've been trying to figure if we can get because we're guests here. I just want in case you didn't know. I just want to make sure we got like bag checks going on at the door. You can't be too safe, you know. All right. Appreciate you, big doggy. Like flips him a gold and just pats him on the shoulder.
Oh my
man.
God.
It would just like bounce off his chest. And then he would catch it. Yeah. He'd be like, what? Well,
I need this. It's mine.
look, gold's gold, right?
He's like, good people working here. This is good.
I'm sorry. He owns the place. He's the owner.
You're the owner?
Yeah.
You're the owner?
Yeah.
From the
Who's this
kitchen.
dude?
From the kitchen. From the
I would
kitchen.
yell
you
that to
hear-
Walnut.
from the kitchen, you hear, "You're the owner."
What?
And Profa comes out.
I have to go to the bathroom.
It's like, remember,
And they would
bag
run
checks.
away.
Bag checks. Get on it, my guy.
So Walnut, it
Ethan
seems
leans over like,
Isn't this a great party?
He holds up his drink. He's like, this is a, yep.
this is what you have in that glass is a medicine that could elevate any party scenario. It condenses party out of thin air. It's very, very good. Walnut on grass.
I'm ready.
You can see out front of the window, you can see someone like putting their hands on the glass like this, like trying to get rid of the glare and look in.
Okay. I'm gonna go check out that unsavory creature.
just walk up to the window.
Well, so I see that there's commotion over there, and then I see Dinar run away. And I'm vaguely nervous about that, but he's exited the situation, so how much more damage could there be?
He knocks something over with his tail on the way out.
Well, okay. I'll have to get that.
As you think that, like a bunch of pans fall over.
Like, all right, well. But I'm going to go investigate the person at the door, or at the window.
Absolutely. So basically, they're holding themselves like this, hands up against the glass.
Yeah.
And you just walk right up.
Yeah, I walk right up and I do this at the glass to see who it is.
Salute it.
No, like, I'm right at it. Ryan!
This is fun when we're across from each other.
So you, the closer you get, like the silhouette, you're not sure you've seen armor like this.
Oh,
And you see Profa set a glass down very gently on the bar. And then she moves around the bar and she puts her hand on her maul
uh-oh.
and she picks it up and she comes around the bar and she says, "Walnut, get away from the window."
I back up immediately and put my hand on Foremother.
Okay.
Evelyn and Bolton are like, great party.
All right, this is great.
Dinar ran out of the kitchen into the main common area, and then she comes out and grabs them all, and he's like, "Oh crap! I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it."
She doesn't. You're not registering in her
Oh yeah.
in her picture, and her face. You've seen it one other time, and that's when there was a Dragonborn envoy
Right.
from Scala in her bar, basically claiming it for a northern nation.
Yeah, she was pretty bummed about that.
Yeah, and this is a very still, placid face, which on Profa's face doesn't communicate calm. It communicates readiness.
Okay.
And so this person is looking in, and then as he sees Profa come around with the hammer, you can see him smile, and it's just a mouthful of black teeth and gold. The door swings open, and someone in the very similar garb enters. This is a reddish tinged metal. The pauldrons, not the Paultons, the pauldrons reach out wide over the shoulder, and they have these raised, sharp, almost like shark fin ridges from the center, tall, and then the farther out they go, they begin to shorten.
Okay.
Everything about the presentation, like this is not national. You don't recognize these silhouettes at all.
Okay.
And as he comes in, he takes Profa's maul directly in the chest and falls back out the door. And then Profa shuts the door and then reaches into a pouch and gets out what looks like a small glass nail.
Okay.
about yay big. And she places this nail inside the door frame so that pounding it through will go through the wood of the door and into the frame itself. Like she's trying to nail it in.
Yep.
And when she puts it there, in one hand, she has her two-handed maul. And she says, Holy Timora, clang. It's me. First Lance Prophet is drawn. Clang. We haven't spoken in a while. She gets another glass nail out and then starts to work farther down. And she says, do you remember how I brought you victory at the cleft? Clang. Another nail. Remember how I brought you victory at the dark hollow? Clang. Every evil hole you sent me to, I brought you victory. And then she looks out the glass window. She gets another nail and then nails it over the top. And then as the hammer connects with it, you can see almost like a veil or shimmer come down over the window. And then from the window
To the wall.
to the wall.
Nice.
The door. So there is.
And I mean, it's hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very hot. We're not going to say how hot. Not on this show. This is a family show.
I'm just sweating.
This a shimmer that is full of strange dancing letters seems to be in here. And she says, Walnut, these are not locals.
Who are they?
She says, I've seen them once before. These are extra planar. And she says, who are your friends?
Evelyn, as she's been doing that, is just fangirling, like, because like praying and fighting at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Giant maul, cool armor. Evelyn's just like, pop, pop, ha.
She says, gird yourself, soldier. Do you know these?
No.
Has Evelyn or Paulton ever seen a mercy killer?
I wondered if, yeah, I do know those actually.
And she says, what did you do? She says, actually, what did you do?
What did I do? I mean,
Something.
What have we all done? A lot. What did I do?
I'm sure they'll tell us when they get through my wards.
It may have been, if I remember correctly, that once we may have kind of killed one of those, maybe.
To be fair, it was self-defense.
It was.
Yeah.
Those spikes, they just took one of our friends and just stuck him on there. It was really rude. And
Oh yeah, dude, you just like kebabbed him. It was just like
they put those shackles on Strix and she was screaming. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was scary. I was like, Chris, what are you doing? Why are you like this?
How? All right, now, here is what I need. I need initiative rolls.
Oh no.
Ooh.
God damn, Dinar.
I know, right? That's a
happened?
17 though, so we tie.
Oh, so close.
19
So
for me
close.
total.
Oh, okay.
Womp, womp, womp.
Womp, womp, womp. Shadow Council and the Waffle fam. Welcome aboard a very common ritual that we have on our show. Your servant, Walnut Dungrass, has offered you a boon. Now, it is a massive package. I'm just going to go into it very briefly. Elderwood mini hex chest, WotC Dyson bag, Neverwinter notebook, D&D Beyond legendary bundle code. And somebody gets that in the channel every time somebody rolls a 20, and then even in the breaks, I know, even in the breaks, these packages go out. So keep it in mind. Walnut Dungrass.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
You're welcome.
Excellent work. Now,
You get a lot of entertainment. You get free stuff given to you.
I'm
This
going
is
to
a great
I'm
show.
gonna use red for Paulton. So, what was your number?
21.
20. Jeez. Well, what's your full initiative?
23.
Christ.
Even when I roll well,
I know.
I don't
Dude, I
get to
know.
go
I have
first.
a 19 back here, and it's horse shit. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna have this back here. We got that. Rosie P. Stinger. Okay. So this is how it's gonna go. Here is Paulton. Here is Evelyn. Okay. Walnut
No, I
Dungrass.
should be last.
Yeah, I have
She has a
19.
19.
The last shall be first. Okay. Walnut Dungrass. So you are apparently under some kind of extra planar incursion.
Yeah.
You may not have even heard the word extra planar before.
Sure have not. So, I mean, they're not through the ward yet. So there's, nothing that she would be doing except, studying herself for the oncoming
Yes.
slaughter. So
Not
I think-
after us. I would just be like, this sounds like a pickle, guys. You have bags I can help you get out to the car or anything?
Phone's like, to be fair, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
understandable.
oof, man. I'm gonna go hit the hay.
So Waffle will walk up to Evelyn
Party's getting too
and
loud.
say, Lady Martha, don't worry. It is my sworn duty to protect you. And when you do that, she's just like, she goes, yeah, so don't worry, everything's going to be just fine. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you got it. And so she'll put her hand on Foremother and ready in action if they break through.
Marvelous. Paulton,
Yes.
tell me more.
Okay, so I see these scary...
You also have 2 charges if you would like to
What?
break this game over your knee.
Oh,
and-
already.
Did they know you can use one at a time too for advantage when you roll?
I specifically didn't tell them that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well.
Oh, you guys
Wow.
can't, I guess. I don't know.
No,
We
you
can.
totally,
We
you
can.
totally can. Here, now, do you just put up a time warning, Alyssa? Is that time not correct?
It's 10 minutes too long.
Oh, it is?
3:26.
Oh, it's actually 26?
Yeah.
Got you. Cool. All right, go ahead.
So I see one of these fellas out the
Oh,
window.
yeah, right, like looking in, and then another one tried to come in the front door and was dispatched.
Okay, how far is the window? Could I like walk
Easily.
Up and, okay.
Easily accessible to you. The front room of the inn is not large.
Do I look out? Do I see like? Is there only the one guy, or is there multiple?
Upon a robust assessment, you can see 4.
Okay, cool. If I may, I would like to try and cast Crown of Madness on one.
Ooh, that's very good.
So I want to try and get him to attack one of the other guys out there. So that is, oh man, it's not on the sheet. It is some kind of save.
He rolled. What's your spell save?
15.
15. He makes it, regardless of what it would be. The roll was delicious.
Okay. Well, I'm like, cool.
Good try though.
Shoot. Great. He's just like, all right.
You see him out there. You see him out there. He, you can see that crown begin to materialize piece by piece, and he shakes his head, and it just splinters away.
It's like, cool. Noted. Great. I just like down the rest of my drink. It's like, okay. Warm up round. Warm up set, guys.
Just get ready. Past this, one of them. You can see the 3 of them out there, sort of trying to prepare. They're sort of assessing the window itself. You can see them retrieving scrolls and preparing to breach in some way. And then through the crack, like scurrying and scuttling up out of the crack underneath the door, you can like one of them has entered the drawn courtier.
Oh.
And then Profa looks down and says, "Damn you, Jim Dark Magic."
What?
The door.
Oh, the door is
The
messed
door.
up. It's not right. If one of them got in, can I take my action?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's going to take, so basically, he's going to come in. You are ready with Foremother. And he just joins you in battle instantly.
Okay. Great.
Like you rush at each other.
Ready to fight.
Yeah, get it.
Okay. I'm gonna just hit him with Foremother.
Flavor.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a 9. Nothing.
Oof.
I brandish it at him threateningly,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I say something. What do I say?
You have to say something.
Yeah.
You got to try to secure this somehow.
I say back, fiend.
He says, "Clueless. You don't know from fiends." And 17 AC?
Oh, my AC is 15.
Okay. 8 points.
What's your total HP? Just
49.
All right, I'll tank that for you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Just catch it.
Yeah.
How does that look?
Yeah, tell me.
This is cool. This is cool as hell.
Where does he catch you?
Just like he knows, just right under the plate,
Okay.
like right into the left ribs.
Yeah, so Dinar would see that happening and then use his tanking ability, which is, what is the name on it? I always forget. Aura of Protection. Or no, the other one. The other one.
Sure.
So like a voodoo doll, like a mannequin, like right where the force hits you and buckles you but doesn't hurt you, and then he just goes sprawling like on the other side of the room, just like up against a wall. Just like, ah!
That brings me so much joy.
I'll put it on your tab.
Back over here, Evelyn.
I think
So you have brought into this tiny town, you have brought an interplanar police force down into this tiny inn. Somehow.
She looks very crestfallen, and she apologizes to Prophet. She's like, "I'm so sorry, we didn't mean to." And then she hisses at Paul. "This is why we never get invited to parties anymore."
Don't blame me for this. I was having a great time.
And she looks at Walnut, and she's like,
Still.
"Don't worry, we'll take care of our mess. My apologies." And then she flitters right in front of this mercy killer that has come in the door.
Indeed.
And you see her, like, she usually is just kind of flitting around, but she actually plants her feet for this and stares directly at him and casts command and says
Ooh.
in like a
We have one of those.
booming voice, she says, "Leave."
That's amazing. What's your spell save DC?
It is, I believe, just double checking, 17.
Womp, womp, womp.
On.
No, it's legit. It's legit.
Dang it.
Shadow Council, gathered Waffle fam. Another massive box of prize stuff
Hope
going
you
out to
enjoy.
you. Oh, the second pack is different? Oh, wow. Okay, this is Jackbox Party Pack 4, D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle, and Elderwood Mini Hex Chest. Damn. I want one of these.
Wow.
Anyway,
So hope they enjoy with my failed spell.
exactly.
So it sounds cool and nothing happens.
It does. Like the window vibrates a little bit with the force of it, and he says you're gonna have to get up earlier in the morning for that sort of thing to work, love. Dinar Blitz in
So there's only the one inside so far that we're all kind of fighting?
right now. Yes,
Yeah.
he seems to be up to the task so far.
Yeah, all right. I was going to use command too. I guess they still will.
Twin!
Yeah.
It's Command Twins.
Yeah. So seems like a real chatty Cathy here.
Oh yes.
So I'm going to
very
command.
much so.
And I'm going to command, I'm going to say monologue. So I want him to sit there and just yammer and waste a whole turn, and then we'll all just beat him up.
I love this so much.
Tur-dur.
All right, let's see if I can give people more great presents.
Mine is also, my DC is like 14.
No
Spell
way.
save DC.
That's not working. He can't. He's not able to withstand it. So
Okay.
it starts out with the same cruel smile, that same mouthful of change,
Yeah.
and black teeth, and then it just starts to come out. It
Yeah.
just starts to, all of his malevolent intentions they just get established. He's like, it's only a matter of time until we break through that window. We're the Red Death. We have scrolls that'll crack that entire thing open. And then when my friends get in here, we're gonna cut you up into little pieces. You don't have to be alive for us to get what we know. We're gonna take them. We're gonna take you guys just because we want to. And then we're gonna find the witch, and we're gonna bring you all in pieces back to Sigil. That's what's up. That's what's happening. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Walnut on grass.
I am sick of his baloney already.
And I'm gonna fix it.
And so,
First name.
yeah, I point at him and cast Moonbeam. A silvery beam of pale light shines down a 5-foot radius, and I'm going to cast it at a higher.
So you can give him some room. That's
Yeah.
a hot, cold light.
Yeah, it's a beam.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do 3d10.
Goodness.
But he does a Constitution saving throw, and you know my spell save DC is 15, so try it. How do you do?
1.
Wow. Well, then he takes all
He just opens his mouth and eats the moon.
7, 17, 18.
You know what? One and yeah, it's a
One
little
out of
bit.
10 can't even.
18, yeah.
damage.
Yeah,
Crit
yeah.
fail, maybe we just roll it up, round it up to 20.
Yeah, what do you think? Like a 25?
No, it doesn't work like
Maybe
that.
a 30.
30?
No.
How you
No.
feel like
That's
40?
that's
I'm not.
A
I'm
Baker's
not.
30. A
Listen,
Baker's moonbeam is 30 damage.
you're not Pat Rothfuss.
That is the
and I'm not Chris.
I'm just
Perkins.
telling you what they say on the internet.
It's true.
A Baker's moonbeam, 30 damage.
I love it. I love it so much. All right, so there is this column of silver swimming light that has, even in the middle of the afternoon, entered. It looks like he's performing in a way, and the monologue continues, even right in the middle of this.
While he's sizzling? Oh,
He has a lot. He has a lot to say, and then he starts to, with not without a certain amount of poetry, describe the heat that is also cold and cruel
Yeah.
inside the middle of the beam.
I love it. Sing that song. I love to hear it.
The
Absolutely.
light, the heat.
Paul and Seppa. Showtime.
All right. So after that failed crowd, I'm just like, all right, cool. This looks like a job for somebody else. And he turns to Evil. I'm just like, I got you, fam. And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm just like, hey, check it. I'm gonna take out my little cheap 3-string mandolin, start playing a little ditty.
He's doing anything?
Just a little like, free form, like just like kind of feeling the vibe out. Nothing too structured, just like a couple sweet little licks here and there.
Evelyn's flying and like kicking her little feet happily. Like,
Like Snoopy?
yeah.
And so that'll give you an extra D10
Ooh.
Of
for
HP?
It says ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Oh no, it's like a buff.
Oh, you just get to apply it? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Just add a D10 to whatever.
What you want.
Whatever you need it.
Ability check, save, or attack.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Sick.
Yeah, bards are cool.
This is the nicest thing you've ever given me. Thank you.
It's like, I'm gonna go hide now.
Okay, have fun.
I'm scared.
Enjoy.
Oh God, we're gonna die.
There is plenty of dense elven wood here in this ancient furniture that may provide it. There's also, of course, tastefully appointed rooms upstairs.
He's just gonna dive.
The world's your oyster.
He's gonna dive behind the bar.
Nice.
Just like, all right, I guess while I'm here.
I'm not going to die sober.
Right, two more schlorp out. Their dimensions sort of warping as they are ejected from this crack beneath the door, and they immediately spread out with an effort to seize and destroy foes. So the first one has been hit now, and so he feels confident that he can cease talking, but maybe he'll just continue talking just for a treat. Now he's warmed up, right? He tries to deliver another quick stab under the leather plate and fails. His two allies, one goes after Evelyn, and one goes after Dinar. So the Evelyn strike, there's no way this is getting through to a paladin. The next one is a 1. Oh my gosh, it's
Timora, be praised.
it's awful, right? Oh yeah, speaking of Timora, Profa has a very strict policy, and it's enunciated in a sign. She reserves the right to refuse service, and so she refuses service to one of them right now.
Let's see it.
No, the maul comes down on the one that tried to attack you, Walnut, and then it strikes the floor,
Oh, no.
and she immediately lifts the hammer up and like scoots her left boot like over it to try to
Scuff it out.
scuff it out.
Oh, no.
She feels a little agitated. You feel like the main thing she wants to get out of this, like obviously there's an interplanar incursion, but she definitely does not want to destroy the bar. Next up, we have Evelyn.
Evelyn saw Walnut do Moonbeam, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, twins again!" And she was about to cast Moonbeam,
Yeah.
but then she got this bardic inspiration,
Oh yeah.
and
Now
I
what?
think it just kind of, she's like, "Ah!" like, you know, "Wah!"
Energy.
Yeah, and she just pulls out her flaming sword, the Heart of Spinelli, and she's like, "All right!" And she just jumps into battle and goes after, not the one in the Moonbeam. 'Cause
Yeah,
she doesn't
yeah.
wanna-
You don't want any piece of that.
no, she doesn't want to mess with that. She goes after.
There's one on you and there's one on Dinar, so you
Yeah.
you have plenty of
the
access
one on
here.
me. She just
Yeah.
and I guess I have plus 10 to attack, so
Plus a
that's-
D10,
Oh, right, plus
Right.
a D10. Right.
so it's pretty sweet.
It's still, I mean, it's already an 18 with that sword. So, where's my D10? Hello. So yeah, 23.
Oof a doof. Okay, that's gonna work.
And she's gonna do that with divine,
real shit?
Divine Smite.
Oh yeah.
So you know, also yelling, "The light of Lathander compels you!" And
So we got sun and moonbeams.
Oh, yeah.
all happening.
It's
It's
true.
it's like laser zeppelin in here.
11, 13, 16, 20 plus 2d8,
All right.
All right, dude.
28,
We get it. You're very powerful.
33, plus, yeah, we'll stick with that. Wait. Yeah, 33.
That's plenty. I mean, that's quite good.
How does the Mercy Killer feel about that?
Well, they're not fans in the classic sense. You dent the armor plate over the in the pauldron over the right shoulder, like the sword just comes down, and then it bends it like into a V shape, and then beyond this, then the divine smite, golden, like pneumatic, like pulverizing hammer comes down to follow the blow, and it basically it crushes the person to their knees, like, which is appropriate when you see that type of divine power.
Yes. And what I'm wondering is, do I feel like I have done a significant amount of
Oh my
damage?
gosh, yes.
And like what Evelyn is asking herself is, with my second attack, do I need to do more, or if I hit them again, will it?
Don't forget your second attack.
Oh my god!
So Kay Welch, everybody, don't forget your second attack.
I know that was you, chat.
Baby wizard. Baby wizard. Now, so absolutely, like you feel like you have done his will.
But what I mean is, all right, well, she's just going to go ahead and do it. She's encouraged by this, but she knows how difficult it was to kill the Mercy Killer last time, so she's not playing around. So she's going to take her second attack, which is going to be 19, and what was that? Oh, that's a 28 to hit. So I assume that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's fine.
And so this one, she's going to do Divine Smite at second level.
Whoa!
So she's like, she's feeling herself.
She's flipping
right
the
now.
table.
Yeah. So let's see. 6, 7, 11, 15 plus 7, math, it's still 22, 28, 31, and one more, 34. And on the other shoulder. She's
Oh,
like,
no, I was just gonna say, so like in a dark, like imagine a dark knighting ceremony.
yes, exactly
Right?
that. Yes.
So the first strike on the right, followed up by just divine will pushing him down. The second one comes down on the other side and is was there a divine smite on the second? It was a higher
Yeah,
level
it
one.
was a second level divine
and that's he is on the ground. Like you have it's like if you could get like you could perform the final rites basically. Like he's done. He's ready to be buried now.
She whispers to him, "May the morning Lord have mercy on your soul."
Paulton's watching this,
He's
like
just flattened out.
he's just like cheering around. It's
You
like,
even enabled it.
oh yeah, he's just like, yeah, wait, family show. Heck 'em up. Right.
Dinar Blitzen. So you have seen some savvy martial products here.
I know.
You gonna be showing up like that?
I know.
Oh no,
Smites all over
Dinar
the place.
couldn't.
I know.
Dinar couldn't.
Done, and
So-
then she looks to the other paladin like, now you.
And he's dead.
Oh my, he's pulverized.
Because I also had this.
He is leaking.
I thought it'd been fun to like just smite this one guy like a railroad spike, just like cling, cling.
Already been
Next
smited.
time,
He's
dude,
dead.
that'd be
All right.
Very excited.
I will try to kill my guy then. I go, let me show you how it's done. I start
Bartolus.
talking like Cthulhu.
Yeah?
I'm like, I show you how we do this. I will try to Great Weapon Master this. So
so you're gonna swing big.
swing big and with it's pretty much a.
Oh no.
It's not good.
You want that advantage?
It hit that die.
You have advantage.
All right, can I take advantage?
Yeah,
All right. Well,
that's what it's for. That's what the
that was
the
a one.
combined power of the
That was a one
Shadow
for the
Council and the
podcast.
Waffle
For the
fam.
podcast, Ryan rolled a 1.
And it was very
I'm gonna blame every other die in that.
He rolled a low. This dice has 2 1s, and he rolled the lower of the 2
Hey, a
1s.
4.
Yeah, what's that get me?
Dude,
What's that get me?
I don't know. Not much.
You tried your best.
I did try
Yeah,
my best.
that and a nickel.
I get 2 attacks.
Thank God.
So big old whiff of
Sure.
shot. Show.
And it's,
we do it.
no, and you hear like it comes down. You chop a chair in half, like
I
top
chopped that cherry.
top to bottom.
Yeah.
And Prophet says, Dinar.
I got it. I got it. I got it this time.
Ooh.
Hey, there we go. 16.
Oh, that's quite good. Now,
Do I-
what can you do?
Do I connect? I get him.
Deeply so.
All right. So there's 10 damage.
There is an intimate connection.
All right.
Like
So it's
like
10.
the Match.com profile. It's like 98%.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20, and I will smite on top of that as well. I will use a level 2 smite. Also, I can do these things that you can also do.
Anything you.
And I will do a level 2.
It's the D&D version,
Yeah.
right?
So what is it? I don't. So 2d8 for every spell level. So I'll do it at level 2, right? Or no?
It's the Divine Smite.
2d8 plus 1.
All
All right.
per
So
spell level.
yeah. So I'll do 3d8. So there's 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus, what was that? Is that 8?
8.
So 17. 17 on top of what did I say? 20? So 37.
Wait, should that work? Is it +1 per spell level, meaning if you do it at level 1, you get +1? So I should have done one more.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah.
You know, take the W, Evelyn.
I'm just.
Yeah, it says, well, this is what the note I wrote to myself. 2d8 for a level 1, add a 1d8 for a level 2.
okay,
And
so
I
then
only
I did
have,
it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
2d8 for the
it's quite
first
good.
spot, and then a 1d8 for every additional spot. And I only have
Great.
level 2 spells. So yeah, 30 to him.
Yeah. So you
I gave him the old Baker's Moonbeam.
No.
30.
Oh.
so you knock him around real good. He breathes a sigh of relief. He says, "After I saw what your companion was capable of, I thought I was in real trouble.
Nope.
I think it's just a matter of time until we're able to winnow you down and bring you back in wet chunks."
They talk a lot.
Yeah, they do talk a lot.
They do.
You're Paulden from the bar, just like, good job, security, holding it down.
It's nice work. It's great work. So after Dinar puts in, we come back to Walnut Dawn Grass.
I would love a con
So-
save from
from
Boy in the
this
Moonbeam.
special boy. He does not succeed.
Okay, so I was watching Evelyn do her attacks, and
Like literally the opposite.
yeah, like
Right.
Walnut flushes a deep red, and then turns back to her person and is like motivated, and like Moonbeam intensifies.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in the brackets.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So that's 3. That's
Oh
10.
shit!
Oh my 20.
Fucking
23.
yeah. He is annihilated. He melts like a wax candle.
7 more, you know what you got?
Last time.
Yeah, right?
Said 7 more, you know what you got?
Baker's Moonbeam.
Baker's Moonbeam.
Got it.
Wow.
So almost as though the light has taken on a kind of physicality. He's just pushed down. You can see the spines on the pauldrons.
Oh, he's in the grout.
Sort of
now.
like bending. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna take a long time to get him out of there. The spines on the pauldrons are sort of like twisting in. It almost looks like he's wearing a kind of bear trap on his shoulders, and he collapses underneath the weight of it.
Did Senpai notice me?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Evelyn's totally seeing this and she's like, whoa.
All right, now, Walnut, another thing happens here.
Oh no.
So obviously you found a lot of success. You found success as well. You enabled success. Dinar hasn't done great.
I heard a thing.
DPS.
Denari yells this
Do you have
unprompted.
like sun or moon powers you
Into
could use
the-
or something?
Yeah, anything
You got puke powers.
I can puke on him. Look, he's hurt. He's laying on the ground at my feet talking shit.
So
It's
you're,
like,
you're
that
talking
didn't
about,
hurt
you're
that
talking about
bad.
this, and you can see more outside,
Oh no.
and you can see that there's like a yelping whine
Oh no.
1 star?
outside. Yeah, exactly right. So I need 2 things. One,
Yeah.
I want you to roll a perception
You know I got that. You know I'm good at that.
check-a-deca, microphone check.
Oh, 13?
That's enough.
Okay.
So they speak in a way you can understand,
Oh dear.
but there's an odd, like they have an odd accent.
Okay.
Boston.
Yeah, exactly. Eastern multiverse.
Yeah.
No, and you have heard it. It's certain transpositions of consonants. You have heard it before.
Where?
You think that you've only met her a couple times, but this is how Audra Courtier sounds.
What?
I'm just saying, that's the first piece of information. The second piece of information is that, like, belching out, so before this crack beneath the door has sort of allowed them this incursion access into the Drawn Courtier, it is now like a jet of ice cold mist.
Oh no.
And that mist is sliding in through the base of this. And in fact, you can see a mist, like an unseasonable fog, rising outside, even in the street. And at one point, you see one of these soldiers, the Red Death, the Mercy Killer, like look in the window with fear and terror. And he begins to pound on the window, but Propha's nail maintains it. But you can hear the sound of him pounding on it, and then a shadow falls on him outside the window, and he collapses. Up from the very floorboards themselves, this mist is beginning to rise and claim. And Paulton, you have a suspicion about this thing that is occurring, and these mists are rising, and they are drawing themselves thickly around Walnut Dawn Grass.
Oh no.
So everyone is feeling it. Everyone is like there's like clammy, like a moisture starting to build inside and outside the armor plates, and even in this place, like Propha holds her hand to her mouth, and Walnut Dawn Grass looks as though she is adorned in a kind of misty gray ball gown that seeks down. Josh, if you would be so kind as to tip the cauldron.
Oh no.
What's happening?
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine.
Is this the party scene?
It is. Paulton, you know what this is. Take a moment to make a preparation, communicate something to the rest of the group, that information that is helpful to them, that might be useful to them in the place they are about to go. And we'll confer that as a benefit when your game starts back up.
Okay.
So what do you say to your gathered throng? What words of comfort do you have for those who may have no idea about this place?
It's been real, guys.
That's it?
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
You did your best.
I did my best.
You did your best. You can feel the gentle, like a gentle goodbye from Meliki. Thanks so much. That is the very first game of Waffle. I know. That's the very first episode of Waffles Incorporated. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to give the chair up to my boy Chris Perkins here in a second. He's going to take another team. We're going to trade teams. All kinds of cool stuff is going to happen. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I have a special note from Alyssa, and I'm going to read it right now to you verbatim. It says, head to the D&D channel, and we'll give a Neverwinter Mimic bundle, art book, notebook miniatures, to someone active in chat in the minutes before the next episode. Woo. Thanks so much. Don't go anywhere.